everybody, this is Alexandra with Divine Reconnections, talking about, in this video series, talking about meditation. In this times of intensity, we're in the middle of Mercury retrograde. That's still going through the 15th. It'll finally be over. So everybody's definitely feeling very burnt out, tired, stressed, stuck, right? Things can come up, scarcity, lack, feeling stuck. All the things that most of the people I see, including even myself, that I'm going through, all energies that people are experiencing. And so I wanted to do something on meditation and why meditation is so important and why it can be so helpful to help get you out of this stuck place, get you out of this low energy, this tired, this burnout. And it really does help too, especially when my clients are going through something. I'm always telling them, go meditation. Do 10 minutes of meditation, because that meditation makes a world of difference of recalibrating the body, recalibrating not only the body, but the nervous system, the mind, the brain, the serotonin, calming the cortisol levels. Meditations is so good for you, even from a pelvic perspective, gallbladder perspective, right? I'm trying to strengthen my pelvis and my gallbladder, and that breath work is so important, and breathing with a diaphragm. That was one thing I learned from my pelvic doctor, who's fabulous. And one thing I've learned from her is the fact that when you breathe with your diaphragm and that breath work, so tip number one, speaking of meditation, is breath work. Using breath work in meditation. And when I do breath work is I really put my hands on my diaphragm and I breathe. And I feel that diaphragm increasing and flowing. And one thing I didn't realize, I always thought when you breathe with your belly, right? You feel your belly first, then your chest. But it really is at least from what I was told from these amazing PTs, is you breathe with your diaphragm. You let the diaphragm expand. So that breath work. So now when I do meditation, I'm sitting in that meditation and I'm allowing that breath work, allowing that diaphragm and that breath work to fill my body up with air, and then I breathe out. And that breath work is so helpful in calming the body, calming the nervous system down. If you're going through an emotion, whether it's stress, body stress, because something has happened, right? Something at work is happening, something has personally happened. Our energies can immediately start to raise to our head, and then we sit in this very emotional space and turmoil. And so immediately going into meditation and using the breath work to calm the body, counting 3 times in, 3 times out. Great technique that one of my clients, Deb Starkey, one of my clients, she's been a client, but one of the coaches I've been seeing, Deb Starkey, who's a mindset coach, and I love her to death, fabulous coach. She has really talked about, in her meditations, incorporating, when you breathe in, light, love, connection, right? I can't remember exactly what are the 3s, but light, love, and connection as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, saying release, let go, forgiveness, allow. And that helps really in meditation, because for those that struggle with being able to connect in a meditation, that really helps. With those that are able to connect in the actual meditation and focus and stay focused by as you breathe in that breath work, being able to connect to words and say those words as you breathe in, and then you breathe out, because breathe out is all about letting go. Breathing in is all about receiving, breathing out is about letting go and forgiving yourself. And focusing on those words as you breathe in and breathe out really will start to help you meditate and really stay connected in that meditation. I like to put on my watch, so I say the most I can dedicate sometimes is 10 minutes. So I like to put a timer on my watch for 10 minutes where I sit in that meditation. And then if I start to wander out in that meditation, I say connect, connect back, connect. And that takes me back, because until you get really like a meditation guru where you can sit in that meditation and think of nothing, complete silence and nothing, it takes a little bit to get to that place. And so people's mind can wander, right? And just bring it back. When you find your mind wandering, just bring it back. Give yourself a word that helps you connect back into that meditation. So that way as you come back and you're sitting in that breathing, focusing on your breathing in and breathing out, because that breath work it's so positive for you on every aspect. It can really, truly affect the body. It can affect your brain. It can slow down the brain. It can help with brain fog. It can help with your nervous system and calming your body down. When my clients are going through something, I always tell them to go into meditation and do the breath work. And as I tell them is to think of that stress, think of that thing, that person, that situation, whatever it is that has caused the emotional turmoil, and really using your breath work to breathe that in and then flush it down your body and at your feet. And I always tell them, imagine it's flushing out of your feet. Imagine that person's flushing out of your feet. Imagine that situation is flushing out of your feet. That emotion is flushing out of your feet. I always say Mother Earth is designed to recycle all of that stuff for us, and her strength and her grounding abilities is there for us to be able to flush those things out to her, to give those things lovingly to her to recycle. And so by using the breath work to flush everything out of the bottom of your feet in a meditation, that really does help to instantly calm your body down and bring all of that energy from the top of your head down your body to your feet and down your body, so you can flush. And actually, because the more you can bring the energies from your head to your feet, the more grounded you are. And the more grounded you are, the more clarity you have, and the more thought process you're able to have, and the more positive decisions you can make about what you need to accomplish or what you need to do to get through a situation. That's why meditation, I think, is just so incredibly powerful, and being able to affect the body and immediately calm the body down and immediately ground the body. So breath work for meditations is just another tip why it's so important in meditation. And another thing with meditation is really important is that we just don't connect to ourselves enough. You hear about self-connection, inner work, self-connection, connecting to self, silence. Sometimes that's overrated, right? I think sometimes it's overrated and we hear about it, but we don't ever really make the conscious effort to do more self-work and self-connection. But that self-connection is so important, psychically important for yourself, because there are so many things that your guides and angels want to tell you. There's so many things that are there that can be passed on in a moment of meditation, that especially when you're going through a crisis, especially when you're going through a moment, especially when you have a situation with a person, right? That's self-connection, to be able to connect to yourself in silence and be able to speak, okay, what am I missing? What was I supposed to learn from that? What do I need to hear? It's so important. I like even my own meditations, when I do my morning meditations every day, and I'm connecting to my guides and my angels, I am in that self-connection. I am asking, okay, what do I need to focus for the day? What is important for me to the day today? And I'm really listening to that. I'm listening to what comes up, because whatever comes up is what is meant to come up, is what is from highest and best. So I really take that time to connect to my guides, connect to my angels, and connect to myself to see what is there. As I'm going through this abundance program and this abundance money mindset coaching program with Mandy McGowan, I am trying to improve, right? And have a healthier connection to financial abundance. And so I have to take that inner time. I have to take that inner moments to see, okay, where is sometimes the lack? Where does the lack come through sometimes when I feel like it's there? Where is it coming from? It's all connected to your past. It's connected to things that happened to us in our childhood, things that happened to us in our past, that sometimes is a kind of the equation to why we're feeling stuck. And so it's taking that time to inner reflect with yourself and see, okay, where is that tied to? And really sitting with a journal, just documenting everything you're hearing, everything that comes up, that inner reflection of, okay, why is this going on? What am I missing? What in my life, where in my life has this popped up? And just sitting in that moment and listening to your guides and angels, listening to your higher self really tell you the answers to what you're trying to seek. And you can only do that through meditation and self-reflection and self-quiet time. And that self-quiet time is so important when we're trying to have momentum in our lives and trying to get some unstuck things out of our system, so that ways we can get back in our momentum, we can get back into this place of flow, where we are. So having that self-reflection inner time is very important. And it's also important in really being able to open that psychic connection, that psychic energy to yourself, because I always tell people we're all psychics to a certain degree, and everybody has that self-intuition inside of them to help them be able to get through things. to a certain degree, we all seek energy healers or psychics or other physicians or health practitioners to all help us put the puzzles of our life together. And it's very important to have those support systems. I am a piece of the puzzle for many people to be able to help them have some insight where their insight is stuck and they need that support system. So just know that we are all puzzles to help you on this path. But having those inner moments of self-reflection and meditation is so important in being able to do. And then a third technique that I like to do in meditations is journal meditations. I'd love to sit in meditation with a journal open, and then when I'm connecting and I'm sitting and doing my breath work, I take my moments of breath work and I do my breath work so that way I get the oxygen in my body and filling my body up. And then I take the moments of my inner self-reflection and those moments of self-connection and those moments of speaking to myself and my guides and my angels. And then in a meditation, I will like to sit there and put on some music and do those first two things. And then I like to sit with a journal and just what comes up in my meditation, because those are insights. Those are messages wanting to come through. Those are my aha moments, my opportunity to have those aha moments, new ideas, new inspirations to come through with a journal, being able to sit there and journal. And even in meditation can be a playtime. It can be a time of play, right? It can be where you sit in silence and you do a meditation with your breath work, your inner connection, your self-reflection, inner connection, and then moving into just playtime where you just sit there and draw. Allow yourself to draw, allow yourself to doodle, allow yourself to just journal about anything you want to journal. And allow yourself playtime, because a healer yesterday told me this, who I was seeing, and she reminded me how important playtime is. And we never give ourselves playtime to doodle, to draw, to that creative flow, right? Because the more we can sit in a creative flow, the more those inspirations and manifestations can happen, and that divine feminine flow of receiving can happen. And so meditation can definitely help with that, right? It can help us recharge and recalibrate our bodies, in our minds, in our spiritual bodies, to help us put us into those areas of play, those areas of creative abilities, creative time, and being able to recharge our body, being able to recalibrate our bodies so we're not feeling so burnt out and tired, especially during a retrograde. Just wanted to bring some of those techniques up for those that are sitting in this place and might need some inspiration on how to get energy moving, how to get things moving. And in a meditation, some of the crystals, I love to work with crystals. So when I'm actually meditating, I will have a crystal on my left and a crystal on my right. And so some of the crystals I honestly love to work with. I have an amethyst root, and I love amethyst root. One of my favorite crystals. Are so powerful, and I just hold it in my meditation as I'm doing my breath work. You can even lay on the ground, lay on a couch or bed, put on some music, and put the crystals on the body, on your chakras, and just allow the crystals to do the work. That's something else you can do as well in a meditation. They're very powerful to use crystals, because crystals are designed to move whatever energy is going on in your body. So I love amethyst root. I love orange citrine. So that's something else I use that I love. Orange citrine is for your sacral, it's your emotions. Something else I love to use in meditation is, again, an amethyst, that you put that on your third eye to really open the psychic energy, really open the energy of insights. And then I love to use also raw citrine. This is a very orangey, browny color. Raw citrine is fabulous for manifestation, fabulous rock to hold when you're trying to manifest something. And I like to put that also on my sacral, my solar plexus sometimes. So that way I'm really manifesting more power, more self-confidence. So raw citrine is a fabulous to use. Labradorite, which is the very shimmery green type of stone, great manifestation stone as well. Great stone for abundance and really bringing in change. Something else I like to hold as I'm doing my breathwork, meditation, inner reflection work in my meditations. Something I love to hold to really, again, open the space up, open the energies of that, whatever I'm really focusing on that I really want to start shifting into. And then clear quartz. We all know what clear quartz is. Beautiful white crystal. That is for your crown chakra. That is for receiving and opening the knowledge and wisdom to come in. So in a meditation that you can really help be able to hear those insights, hear that knowledge, hear that wisdom come in, that you can be able to connect to as part of your puzzle that you're trying to put together. So I just wanted to go over some of the crystals I like. Crystals are great to use in a meditation, and they really be able to help with connecting to the meditation. Other things you can do too to help as an addition is candles, right? Candles are really helpful in a meditation, especially if you're staring at a candle, right? It's also another focus technique that helps you really stay connected to the meditation. And some people like to burn incense because the smell of the incense helps us stay very connected energetically. So that's something else you can use in a meditation when you're ever doing meditation, because it's all about, remember, meditation is all about recalibrating, recharging the brain, the body, the mind, the spiritual path that you have for yourself, the physical body. All of that is so important to do on a daily basis. And 10 minutes to an hour, whatever you can do, celebrate those meditations. But I promise you, will make such a difference in your momentum. It'll make such a difference in getting unstuck and getting those emotions, those defensive, reactive emotions out of your body. So that way you can feel more grounded, feel more liberated, feel more like you're in a place of momentum and achieving and flow. So hopefully that is helpful. Wanted to pass that on. Thank you for listening. Talk to you soon.